Alright, hey guys, Cornflake Man here. So today we're going to be breaking down the teaser trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness stars Doctor Strange, of course, Wanda, Maximoff, Wong, Mordo, and America Chavez. Before we get started, let's go back a little bit and talk about where we last saw these characters. Strange was last seen in Spider-Man No Way Home, recklessly casting spells that disrupted the entire multiverse. His last action is casting the spell that wipes the memory that Peter Parker exists from the multiverse. Wanda was last seen in the WandaVision show on Disney+, struggling with the loss of her brother and Vision. This leads to her taking over the small town of Westview and having an immaculate conception that produces 2 male children. Wong was most recently seen in Shang-Chi in Spider-Man No Way Home. In Shang-Chi, he is battling in the underground fighting arena of Shang-Chi's sister. He and Abomination seem to be in cahoots, and their fights have been staged, although it seems Abomination failed to pull his punch. I guess even the Sorcerer Supreme needs to keep the lights on. Wong is next seen in Spider-Man No Way Home, where we first learn that he is the acting Sorcerer Supreme due to Strange being snapped away for 5 years. He is last seen sling ringing to the Karma-Taj for unknown reason. This is America Chavez's first appearance in the MCU, but in the comics she is known to have the ability to skip through the multiverse in star-shaped portals. I honestly don't know much about her other than that at this point, but I will be doing some more research to figure out what her story is. Christine Palmer was last seen in the first Doctor Strange movie, where she and Strange tried to save the Ancient One, but failed. Mordo was last seen in the first Doctor Strange movie, where he decided that the world has too many magicians. After the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, his beliefs are likely more solidified, and proof of this can be heard in this teaser trailer. This is Gargantos' first appearance in the MCU, but in the comics he's known as the one-eyed sea monster of Naga. His agenda is not yet known, but the teaser trailer seems to suggest he's after America Chavez and is interested in her multiverse teleportation abilities. Hey, do you like this shirt I'm wearing? Cool, me neither. Thankfully, you won't find this shirt over at Fandomion, but you will find plenty of other cool superhero merch. Use the link in the description with the code Cornflake and save an extra 10%. Now, let's take a look at the teaser trailer. I'm going to go through the scenes in what I think is chronological order. Pay attention to the scarring on Strange's face throughout these scenes, as I think they help predict the order. We open with a scene of Strange's reflection in a broken watch face. At first, his reflection is out of focus, but then comes into focus. This could represent a few things: the fractured multiverse, Strange being the cause of it, his past life and regrets. This watch was last seen in the first Doctor Strange movie, getting destroyed by a few would-be thieves before Mordo smashes them and returns the now broken watch to Strange. It's hard to make out, but it appears to be a Tuesday in November 12th of 2024. That would put this shortly after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. If we look closer at the reflection, it appears that Strange has the same white shirt on that we later see him wearing at the wedding, and the door behind him is closed. This is a scene before the wedding where he is coming to terms with losing Christine. The voiceover for this teaser trailer has Mordo in 3 different segments. The beginning one is,
"Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished."
Next,
"I'm sorry, Stephen. I hope you understand. The greatest threat to our universe is you."
Next up, we see Christine walking down the altar. In the 5 years that Strange was snapped, she moved on and is seen marrying someone else in this teaser trailer. It seems like she's looking down and trying to avoid eye contact with Strange. It might be just me, but she doesn't look terribly happy at her own wedding either. Strange is seated at the back of the chapel with Dr. Nick West and has a red pocket square in his tux. The rumor is that something interrupts the wedding and Strange leaps into action. This is where we see him on the street protecting America Chavez from Gargantos. Gargantos is at the intersection of Spring Street and Green Street, and Strange is at the intersection of Spring Street and Mercer Street. We can tell from the trees that it's fall, likely very soon after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. From one shot to the next, America Chavez just kind of appears out of nowhere, which I guess technically is her power, but I'm guessing we're just missing the scene in between these two, or it's just something that was missed in editing and will be corrected in the movie. Last couple of notes. The telephone booth to the left says the magic of tea, and the sign on the bus says unlock a better day. Next up, we see Strange seeking Wanda's assistance with understanding the multiverse. He's already admitted in Spider-Man No Way Home that we know very little about the multiverse. Wanda is probably the only person on Earth qualified to teach anyone about it. When we first see Strange's face, he looks perplexed and maybe impressed. Is this white blossom tree orchid another reality that Wanda has created for herself? And more importantly, is she mind controlling these sheep? The next sequence takes place at the Karma-Taj, where Strange and Wong have taken America Chavez for safekeeping. We see a dark cloud settling over the Karma-Taj and concerned looks on the faces of Strange and Wong. We then see them attempting to protect America, with Strange shooting feigned serpents out of his hands and Wong warming up to cast his own spell, which we don't get to see. There are various rumors of what this threat is, some suggesting we'll see Caecilius returned, others Mordo, and finally an evil version of Wanda. We do see a brief scene with Wanda's hands casting magic in an area that looks like the Karma-Taj, and then Wong being restrained by what looks like her magic, but I don't think it's Wanda who's restraining Wong. If you look closely, the magic here is orange, while Wanda's is usually red. We also have to consider we see another scene with Wanda in full dress floating above the same area, so evidence is pointing towards her, but I think that happens much later and Wanda is still a friend at this point in the movie. One last note on the final scene of this sequence, which we see Wong restrained. As the camera zooms in on him, we see a light get brighter on his face. Someone is using their ability, and I think that someone is America Chavez. I think this may be the first time that Wong gets to see her power in action, and it's used to send Caecilius and his minions into the multiverse. I believe the very next scene is that moment. You'll notice a trademark star-shaped portal of America Chavez with a minion falling into it. It's either that or America teleports Wanda, Strange, and herself out of the Karma-Taj. Next we see Strange, Wanda, and America Chavez standing in front of a door that slowly opens. This is likely where Strange and Wanda get to see what America is capable of. Also note, this is the first time we see a scar on Strange's face. I have no idea where this is, but it looks similar to the previous scene we saw of Chavez's power with clouds and columns in the background. We then get two brief clips of Strange and Mordo. Strange is in what I think is an alternate dimension in this sanctum, speaking with Mordo. We later see the two of them fighting in a different location, Strange restrained with his cloak missing. I'm guessing this version of Mordo trusts Strange at first, but later has a change of heart. I don't think there are many realities where Mordo and Strange can remain friends. We then see Strange in what I believe is yet another dimension. It probably goes without saying, but we'll be seeing Strange jump through a lot of dimensions throughout this movie. This particular one appears to be on the brink of destruction, and the first place he heads is the Sanctum, where he runs into his counterpart, Sorcerer Supreme. Notice how he hides his left hand from our Strange. I think our Strange will have to fight and defeat Sorcerer Supreme and then escape this reality. That leads into us getting a brief scene of our Strange conjuring up the multiverse. This brings up the question, why is Strange doing this? Is he pursuing someone or is he being pursued? The last several scenes of Strange have been without Wanda and Chavez, so something has separated them. This brings us to the final sequence of the teaser trailer. Wanda is fully dressed at the Karma-Taj, where we saw explosions earlier. She may mean well, but seeing her like this gives off villain vibes. It's possible she's being manipulated by the true villain of the movie, Gargantos. Alright, that wraps up this video. My next video will be up to you, so leave some comments and let me know what you want to see. Until next time, this has been Cornflake Man. Stay classy.